Kemper volleyball team advances to the state tournament last night with a nice 3-2 victory over Unity Christian in a hard-fought matchup. The Knights would win 25-14, 23-25, 14-25, 25-12, and 15-11 for Kemper. Statistics last night, Colby Peter had 14 kills and 14 digs. Mariah Houghton added 9 kills. Brianna Whitrock added 12 digs and 4 kills. Addie Andover had 12 kills, 4 assists, and 11 digs. Zoe Bruning had 10 kills. Elsa Tiefenthaler, our Culver's player of the game, had 7 kills, 44 assists, 19 digs, and 3 aces. Another outstanding performance as well from Kaylee Simons last night with 41 digs to go with 7 aces, and Mia Milligan finished up with 9 digs. Kemper heads down to the state tournament next Tuesday. It'll be early afternoon. They're going to be taking on Conference foe in Red Oak. That'll be a 12:25 game on Court 2. We'll have coverage for you beginning around noon on Kick 106.7. Again, coming up next Tuesday. The other games in Class 3A, it'll be Western Christian, the 1 seed, against Mount Vernon, the 8 seed. The 4 seed Cherokee taking on the 5 seed Humboldt. And the 2 seed Davenport Assumption against the 7 seed in Mid Prairie. 4A pairings, it is Clear Creek Amana against Sergeant Bluff Luton. Dallas Center Grimes taking on North Scott. Sioux Center squaring off with Marion. And Pella taking on Norwalk. And in Class 5A, Waukee Northwest will battle Indianola. Dowling Catholic against Ankeny. Ankeny Centennial takes on Iowa City West. And Pleasant Valley will battle West Des Moines Valley. Vladimir Guerrero hit a 2-run home run off of Shohei Ohtani. Shane Bieber pitched 4-hit ball into the 6th inning, and the Toronto Blue Jays shook off their epic 18-inning loss to even the World Series with a 6-2 victory over the Dodgers in Game 4. Ohtani redefined the concept of short rest by taking the mound just more than 17 hours after he reached base 9 times in Game 3, but gave up 4 runs and 6 hits while pitching into the 7th. The Blue Jays reclaimed home field advantage and guaranteed the World Series trophy will be won at Rogers Center in Toronto. U.S. viewers for the first 2 games of the World Series between the Dodgers and Toronto dropped 14% from last year's matchup between L.A. and the Yankees, but Canadian Japanese audiences set records. Last year's first 2 games averaged 14.55 million, and this year's averaged 12.5 million on Fox, Fox Deportes, and Fox One streaming, the Fox Sport app, and Univision. Toronto's 11-4 win in Game 1 averaged 13.3 million, and Los Angeles' 5-1 victory in Game 2, which did not include Univision coverage, averaged 11.6 million. Arizona State quarterback Sam Leavitt will not play against Iowa State after twice leaving last week's loss to number 22 Houston. Leavitt went out after taking a hard hit in the first quarter of the Sun Devils' 24-16 loss. He returned to the game but went off limping in the fourth quarter. Leavitt was in a walking boot at Arizona State's practice on Tuesday. Leavitt first injured his foot against Baylor September the 20th and didn't play in a loss to number 24 Utah 2 weeks later. He returned to lead Arizona State's comeback win over number 13 Texas Tech on October the 18th before going down again. NBA scoreboard from last night, it was Philadelphia beating Washington in overtime 139-134. Miami down Charlotte 144-117. Oklahoma City over at Sacramento 107-101. And it was Milwaukee defeating New York 121-111. More volleyball regional final action coming up for you tonight. Class 1A Region 1. It'll be Coon Rapids Bayard against St. Ansgar. They'll play that up in Algona tonight. We'll have Mason Nealon on the coverage tonight. That'll be on at Kick 106.7 with coverage getting underway at around 6:45. That'll be a whiteout tonight in Class 1A or Region 5. IK Manning battles Janesville up in Fort Dodge. I'll have that coverage for you on 93.7 KKRL. Coverage around 6:45, 6:50 tonight with first serve of both those matches coming up at 7 o'clock. That's sports here on the CB Sports Network. I'm Jeff Blankman reporting.